It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to broadcast directly into your home. It is certainly an honor and a privilege. And my promise to you is this will be a good use of your time. It'll be a time that you'll be able to focus on your one, sales strategies. Number two, get clear on the sales structure and the sales system that you'll be able to use in your business, and take your sales department to an entirely different level that you even think was even possible. So every morning, I like to always share one of our core philosophies. And one of our core philosophies is success leaves clues. So we take a look at a case study and we look at what's working for that CEO. We look at the challenges that CEO has, and then the adjustments they had to make and the results. And how can you benefit? Well, if someone else has done it, number one, so can you. And if there's a path, then there's footprints. So we can follow in those footprints and we can make changes as we go. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's explore Wedderspoon's sweet journey as pioneers in bringing USDA organic certified Manuka honey to North America. Now, they offered more than just a taste of this unique honey. Manuka honey, cherished for its health benefits and antibacterial property, comes from a Manuka tree in New Zealand. Now, this story, it just isn't about honey. It's about a business strategy, a sales strategy that can teach you how to have a clear sales strategy, a very valuable lesson in sales, and how to have a sales system. So Wedderspoon faced a challenging task. How do they introduce a rare premium product like organic Manuka honey in North America? With its limited availability, ensuring that unique honey reached not only consumers, but it also preserved its quality. That was pretty huge, by the way. How do you do that? Now, the journey took an interesting turn in 2012 when Wedderspoon partnered with Huddle Institute, promoting regenerative farming. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a collaboration. And here's an interesting fact. They adopted treatment-free beekeeping, much like fostering an effective sales team without wearing them out. Just as bees need a nurturing environment, a sales strategy, a sales team requires care, and it also requires the adjustment with the team members and having a sales message. So Wedderspoon didn't just bring honey to shelves. No. They established an eco-friendly process which came across as part of their supply chain strategy. They focus on sustainable practices like using bee-first approach and harvesting honey with minimum stress on the bees. So the process was in place. Now, this mirrors the importance of creating a strong sales system by understanding the resources, as Wedderspoon does with their bees and honey, upholding high standards like their numerous certifications, and ensuring that they deliver directly to the client. That set the stage for sales success. So you as a CEO, my key takeaway for you as a CEO is the significance in one, having a system that allows you to bring dependability consistently to your clients. Number two, also being able to step back and build a collaboration. Wedderspoon's story shows us that, look, you can collaborate with someone else, you can improve your sales systems, and just like CEOs, when you have a well-crafted sales strategy, it doesn't just improve profits, but it also improves your reputation and connection with your audience. You do that, and you will see your sales go up and away. With that being said, my name once again is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. I know you have a lot of choices of things you can watch this morning, things you can listen to this morning, but you're allowing us to stream on your mobile device right now, or maybe we're on your computer, or maybe right now you're listening to the podcast. We certainly appreciate you, by the way. So every morning we get started with our core mantra. And one of our core mantras is focus on sales. Now, I know that's going to sound kind of obvious. It's going to sound like it's just another big deal, but oh my gosh, is it a big deal? Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. One of our core philosophies is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, you might be thinking, why? Why, Shay? I mean, why is it always about you saying focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales? Well, if you think about it, sales is, at the end of the day, the oxygen the oxygen for every great business in history. So what that means to you, as you talk about the oxygen for every great business in history, is that selling at the end of the day is really serious business. So the conversation we have every single morning, the conversation we have during this time that you and I are able to get together every single day, the conversation we have is that selling is serious, serious, serious business, by the way. And also every morning we get started, we like to step on the other side. We like to say, wait a minute, what can we do as a CEO? And one of the things we can do as a CEO is we have a pledge. And our pledge is learn, earn, and return. And every morning I like to always share, and I think this is very important. I think it's the most important thing we do, that as a CEO, we have a responsibility. And you can go ahead and repeat these words after me. This is our pledge. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And that leads us directly over to our objectives. You're having a sales meeting this morning. This is with your sales team. And there's always 3 objectives, I say, when you're meeting with the sales team. Number 1 objective is, what's the progress? What's going on? For some of you, this is the only time you may check in with your sales department, like right now in this present moment. Or what are roadblocks out there? What are some areas that we need to address inside of our sales funnel, by the way? And number 3, to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. There's only 5. How many did I say 5? So first, you got to pull out your one-page CEO sales plan. No, seriously, like pull it out right now and take a look at it. Then look at the sales cycle that's part of that CEO sales plan. And then go and look at the sales message that you're communicating consistently to your ideal audience. And then one of the things we spent a whole segment on is really looking at the CEO dashboard. And you can go download that at ceosalesdashboard.com. And inside the CEO sales dashboard, we take a look at the key indicators. And then last but not least, it's all about the sales team. And one of the things I love to share every morning we get together like this is, let's connect. If you're watching right now, you can look right below the video, look right below the video. And when you look right below the video, you can put hashtag I'm here. Now, hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in this conversation right now. So it's a way for you and I to connect. Even if you're watching the replay, I always say hit hashtag replay, because when you hit hashtag replay, you and I can still connect. I love to do that. And for everyone else that's streaming on one of the on-demand platforms right now, so you really can't put anything in the comments. Maybe you're on Roku, Apple TV, YouTube Live. Perhaps right now you're watching on Amazon. Wherever you may be watching, go over to @IamCheBrown. Just type in @IamCheBrown, and let's connect right now. But one of the questions I get asked almost consistently is, what is the CEO Sales Huddle? And what's the mission, goals, and objectives of the CEO Sales Huddle? The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So I get it, you already know how to sell, but you also are stepping back and you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I've got the same 3 objectives as the big why for the sales department. And that is sales growth, sales accountability, and sales consistency. In order to do that, I'm tuning in every single day for 15 minutes. So as a CEO, I'm blocking 15 minutes on my calendar. So I'm going to give 1% of my day. There are 1,440 minutes in every day. I'm going to tune in for 1% of the day to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to increase my sales results. And I have one goal, and that goal is clear and concise. And that goal is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. So you tune in. You increase your sales results. You focus on updating that. And in order to do that, you generate $100,000 a month. Now, this is over and beyond if you just ignore the sales department. Like, you don't really check in. You don't spend any time measuring or managing. And you still make really good money, and you always have. But what if you were focused? What if this became a priority? Like what if you put some energy behind it? Man, what a difference that would make. You might be saying, Shay, but what would I focus on? I mean, $100,000 a month, I can look at the bank account. I know where I'm going. I get that. And I would say, okay, well, I tell you what, we've created something called the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is something that we created for our ideal clients so they could go in and look at 5 indicators: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And in doing so, when they look at that, they say, okay, I get it. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Got it, say. So we created the CEO dashboard. Now you can download it. You can go to ceosalesdashboard.com, ceosalesdashboard.com, and you can download it. And when you download, it's going to look something like this. It's going to be an Excel sheet. Now that it is open, that means that you can take this Excel sheet and you can modify it. Why is that important? Well, let's go across to today's date first. And let's imagine you came down the left-hand side. You got leads, appointments, offers, deals, repeat business. And you decide you want to measure your top 2 priority products. And so you insert a line and you put product number 1 and you put product number 2. And you go across, and every single day your team goes in adopting the sales philosophy of what gets measured gets managed, what gets managed gets better. And you tell yourself, I'm going to measure this. I'm going to really manage this. And let's do a deep dive in one area. Let's imagine you went down and you looked at offers. So we know nothing happens without an offer. So you can go down there and ask yourself, well, how many offers did my team make yesterday with my top performing product? How many offers did my team make the day before with my top performing offers? Over the last week, how many offers did we make? And the offer just means we asked someone to sign a contract. We asked someone to sign give us a credit card. We asked someone to give us an ACH payment. We asked someone to allow us to work with them. It's just the ask. That means you got the deal done, but how many offers did you make? And that means you at least asked someone to take some type of step. Here's what I know. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Now, in doing so, now that you get that, you say, whoa, shit, I got that. I'm all in with that. I can do that. Track it, measure it. Now you can look at deals and repeat business, but today I just want you to focus on offers. Like go to your sales team right now and ask that question, and then plug those numbers in, and then measure that, by the way. And then we come all the way to the other side, and I love the other side because we look at the other side, we say, wait a minute, Shay, if what gets measured gets managed, powerful people I know ask powerful questions, then I want to recognize my team for the work they've done. They've done an amazing job. No worries. Let's pop over and look at celebrate wins. Now you look at the offers you were made, but let's ask 3 important questions. Number 1, powerful people ask powerful questions. Questions they're focused. What are you most proud of for the sales department yesterday? Now you can go back and you can look at the CEO sales dashboard if you want to. You can say, well, here's what I'm most proud of. Or you can look at any other activity that you had inside of the business. Any other business that you had inside the business, and that will still be important. But I want you right now to just focus on the one area. And that one area I want you to focus on right now is really just, wait a minute. What are we most proud of? And then I want you to go to the other side. On the other side, once we get to the other side, I want you to look at this one area. And this one area is very, very important. And the one area I want you to focus on now is, what could we do differently? Powerful people ask powerful questions. Every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. So we're going to look at what were some of the biggest roadblocks we had. What's preventing us today from moving forward? And what's the one thing that we could do that if we did it, it could move the business forward. It could make a huge difference. And I want you to step in there. I want you to ask yourself, yeah, I can step up. I can do that. My message of the day is focus on making more offers. That's my message of the day. Focus on making more offers. Because when you focus on how can I serve, when you focus on how can I impact, when you focus on the sales strategy, the sales structure, and the sales system, it leads you to one place, because all roads in business lead to a professional conversation. And that conversation is about how can we serve you better. That's when you're measuring the offer. So you do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. I want you to know you're amazing. You're an incredible CEO. You're an awesome CEO. You're making a huge difference in the world. And I know even as you're watching right now, no matter what's going on in your business, I believe your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream directly into your home, especially during the challenging times that we're living right now. I'll see you on the other side. God bless. We out.